私はセイバー、騎士だ。
力になるぜ、マスター。
ランサー、限界いたしました。
危険な存在じゃない。君にとっては。
あらゆる命を壊す。
その命、しばし預ける。
はじめまして、小さなお嬢さん。
あなたの願いを叶えてあげる。
Hello everyone! Welcome back for some more Fate Grand Order. So, we are back a lot quicker than I thought. And that's because I didn't know about the 4-star ticket. Now, the 4-star servant ticket, which can be used for any 4-star servant, up to, like, last year. Can't do this year. I would have done Chloe Avenger if I could, but couldn't. So we could choose any of the older 4-stars, which is really cool. You know, get yourself a Fujino, get yourself a Miyu, get yourself, you know, any of those servants that you miss there that you really want. But, you know, me being the Chad who has so many servants, I was like, two things. One, there's a glitch. I don't want to get my servant just yet. But two, I thought, let's have this be fun. And so I did a poll on my my YouTube posts there, which I use more than probably a lot of people. So I'm gonna go take a look just to make sure, and we'll get the numbers on this so we can sort of know for sure who we're gonna get, and then we can use it. So I'm opening up my YouTube very slowly because it's I'm also playing a game, so it's quite slow. Okay, posts, here we go. So out of 967 votes, which is a lot, I picked 4 servants, which I felt like, you know, these are 4 that I want, or, you know, there's reason I'd want to get them. And they were, in 4th place, Summer Murasaki. Would have wanted her because Katawa Shoujo and it's Murasaki and she's useful. In 3rd place, Summer Raiko, who's big mommy, right? In 2nd place with 29%, Artoria Lancer Alter, because I'm never summoning her. Also, I don't really need her. But then in 1st place, Summer Mordred, because that was a servant that I can definitely use, right? There's use for her. Even if there's only one of her, even just getting one, it's kind of nice to have. Plus, I don't have a Mordred, which I feel like I should. So, let's go and get ourselves our own Summer Mordred. So, there's so many of you guys. And like, I looked at all them, and there's none that jump out at me as like, oh, I need to get this servant. So that's why I was just kind of like, you know what, I'm more than fine with, you know, asking, hey, who do you guys think I should get? Surmo it is. During the thing, oh, there's 109 of them. That's funny. That's almost the funny number. 50% attack increase for all quests. Whoa! All quests, copies of the same will also gain the bonus, will not go into effect for support. Cool. Let's go. Surmo it is. Hello? Mordred. That's your cue to come out. Come say hi. Mordred! Oh. I guess not. Here she is. Temporary. We gotta fix that. So we need to get Ascension 1 and Bond 3. That's not very hard. Oh wait, do I not get the summon animation and stuff? Wait, what? Really? I guess maybe you get that once you get the stuff? I guess. Well, in that case, do you have a rank up? I don't think you do. You have an interlude. You don't, but you do. We gotta get you ranked up there for that, because we just got you, puppy. So, with that said, I guess we have some other interludes we can kind of deal with. Main record 1, we still got 2 here. Might as well do them. And then we'll get her bonded up at the same time. Oh, I guess I should level her first. Whoops. That was the wrong button. Well, I get to show off my room, which is us in space. Hey, Sieg. So let's level you up. because then we can get you ready. God, it's going to take nothing. Yeah, I was going to say, we can level you up super fast. Everything about the Pridewind being board plus ship plus shield is crazy. Let's ascend you. And there's like the 20 missions for her, so it's a good idea. We'll get as many done as we can. It's cute.
ちょっと寒くなってきたな。というわけで上から羽織ってみたぜ。なんだよその目は。変だぞ。
Gotta say, the little tan, it's real good. I think every character needs a little tan as a treat. It just they just look better, man. I know, like, based on societal views of beauty, you know, tans are like, whoa, you don't want that in like many places in the world, including where I'm currently at. But like, man, just a nice, healthy skin tone is so much better than pale. Okay, this was the era of they don't yap when you ascend them as much. Nowadays, oh my god, they'll give you their life story between, you know, ascensions. It's a very different thing. Alright. So we're getting all these rewards for doing this. This is a cool, like, 3,000 day sort of thing. I like it. It's a neat prize for people. Oh, it's our jacket. Okay. Alright, let's get you fully ascended here. Because again, getting Bond 3 is going to be such nothing. Okay, you think you only have one rank up line too. So this is good, because like having a Mordred unlocks like, you know, my room lines and stuff, so... I'm surprised there's no Mordred like you know, free servant. You'd think there'd be that. You'd think there would. But I guess not. No welfares. Alright, well you're level 80. What other missions do we got? That's not where missions are. Show me the missions. It's probably gonna be do some battles, which we'll do. Get Bond up, which we'll do. What else we got though? This one's a different one. 20 of those. Nice. Talking about America. Are you talking about Fate, Strange Fake, which finally has a real release date, kind of? Okay, put in a quest. Okay, do 10 quests. Raise skills to level 3. Get up to Bond 5. Use... Oh, we gotta actually use Noble Phantasm. And listen to my room line. Alright. Guess we'll bring you into our room. This is the first time a play a voice line mission has existed, as far as I'm aware. Change favorite. Give me that acquisition. Alright. What's up? Yep. We will. Tiny red chick.
おめえはなんかプライドだかブライトだかがあるじゃねえか。世にもこの水着がある？肝じゃねえか。アウトだバカ。
Who is she talking about? Why can't I think of... Wait, are you talking about... Liz?
そりゃこんな格好しているんだから好きなもんなんて決まってる。
Wait, what?
海最後なし。
Whoa, whoa, okay.
使い道 一年中夏ってどうかな。
She's really different in this state.
嫌いなのは冬かな。
Same.
冬が来てもたまには使ってくれよ。
Winter sucks.
ゲー父上。いや、これはプリドエンじゃなくて似て非なる宝具っていうか、ちょっと蛮族退治に行ってきます。
Okay, these are really funny voice
シュ
lines.
シュの関係について、そりゃマスターの指示には従うけどさ。あ、でも一緒に波乗りするなら俺
Yeah,
が
it's
アド
okay.
バイスしてやるからな。
I have bad experiences with the open
夜
ocean.
明けだ。波乗りに行くぞ。
Like, I like going swimming if I'm close enough I can go back there, but you know.
なんかやだな。マスターとは友達というか、それ以上は。いや、なんでもない。なんでもないってば。
I'll say I do find it interesting. I feel like a lot of early servants really play up like the harem fantasy stuff, and then there's a certain point where they really kind of pull away from that, and you'll get one every now and then, but it really feels like everyone is clawing at master in early
イベ
stuff.
ント中だ。
Okay, well, that should hopefully clear the mission, right? Right? Does that count? I listened to some My Room lines. Did that do it? That it did do. All right, we got to do some skills.
ようこ
Right.
そ。
We can give you just a couple skill ups here. Probably the one that increases the gauge, which I think is Endless Summer. Yes, that's probably the most important. Cerulean Ride's also probably pretty good. Use some of these here. I'd sure love to be able to do multiple of these. I mean, at least you can do this pretty quickly now, and like you can skip through. But man, you used to be able to do this. Well, you should be able to do this kind of all at once. You know, just pull a little bar and it shows all the materials being used. But then again, this is a 10-year-old game, right? It's quite old. It's easy to forget that. Might as well get you to at least, you know, like 8 or something. Yeah, let's get you to 8 on those. Okay. And then blue to get you more regen also. Right? That's useful. It's useful. We got a mission there too. I do like these overall missions that they added. One, because it means I get a big chunk of rewards whenever they add them, because I've probably done it already, and I love the fact it's retroactive. But also it's just like, it's nice to be like, okay, which classes am I neglecting? Because I think like skill ups for like sabers and stuff, I don't even get the prizes for them anymore, because like I've maxed that out. But like this one, it's like, oh, you still got a lot to go, you know? So kind of says a lot.
そろそろクエストに戻る？
Right? We got a bunch there. So we have some interludes just to hang out with and get done, right? Let's give it a go. Our first one here in the East Village, David and Goliath. Okay, we'll make sure to bring with us Surmo, right? So we can use Noble Phantasms. We'll also bring, yeah. And so let's go with that's my kind of go-to team here. Variety pack. Let's go. Because then if we go, let's see, who could we use here? We'll bring in for Surmo. Be under Rider. There we go. You're there. And just to make sure we got Noble Phantasm, let's use well, actually, if we just use the, ironically, the surfing one, right? Because that's like your best one for that. Yeah, the Sir Ocean Flyer. And then we want to just win pretty quickly. We can also then bring in you. Give your thing Artoria Caster, which is still funny. And then otherwise, if we want some bond up, for one, Pupper need bond, so we'll give Pupper some bond. And then otherwise, just go to bond here, because we'll do some bond grinding stuff. Who needs some? Look at all these bond 10s. For a while, I was like not getting, you know, I was working towards them, but I wasn't getting a ton. But now it's like there's so many. Let's see here. Because these two are on my grinding team already, so I don't need to worry about that. Sure. Okay, and then let's go with, Bond. Bond up. This one. And this one. And let's just see here. Okay, no, so that's too much there, so just remove that. Okay. Good enough. And I don't think I have teapots. I've been using them. Oh, no, I do. I have some teapots. Good. Also, yeah, so the glitch was if you did the bond grinding and got her to bond 3 while on the bleached earth with your rental servant here, basically, the game would crash in a way where no matter what you did, you would turn it back on and things would just not work, which that's bad. It's fixed. It got fixed in, like, the day, so, you know, hey. When I reflect back, the question I asked just sort of slipped out. It was like a mistake. But oh wait, who's talking then? Wait, well, this might be him. But the king smiled like his usual self to avoid answering. In a way, I thought that was the most sincere of answers. Is this David or is this someone else? Ah, nice. I never thought I would see this land with my own eyes again. Well, technically lots of things are different from my time, but the basics are there. Wonderful scenery, fertile land worth tilling, and I am standing on said land. This must be divine providence. That once again, no. If it's completely the same, a terrible war will follow. Better to say, anew, I think. That a temple will be built here anew, one that is sure to have great influence over the world. Specifically, new wealth and riches. Don't you agree, beautiful lady? In my later years, I was beset by war. Constructing a temple had become a distant dream of mine. But it turns out I didn't need to mourn over such a thing. All right, I'm getting pumped up. After all, I'm incorrigible. I would do it multiple times should I have the opportunity. I may not have resurrected, and I may just be one of many heroic spirits. However, I'm still me. I'm David, a servant of God. Yo, I'm God? He's like, no, that's not what I mean. Not that servant. In that case, I think it would only be natural for me to build a temple. However, I'm in quite a bind. I certainly have motive and opportunity, but I lack one thing. Do you know what that is, Tanner? Oh, the doctor can also answer. It's that thing, right? You don't have to think too hard on it, Tanner. He's up to his usual nonsense. He wants to say that a considerable price must be paid for his work. Of course! I'm a conservationist and also a realist. I want you to remember this, Master. If you want to show how cool you are, it would be a waste if there was no audience, beautiful women, watching your little demonstration. This is extremely important. It's important to bank good deeds unnoticed, but God's great work must reach and be known to the masses. Yes, that may be true, but is that why you want to build a temple? Of course it is. By singing the glory of God, my merits will be acknowledged. If I build the temple, good fortune is sure to follow. In the end, this is for the sake of the citizens. But putting that aside, I had a sneaking suspicion, but now it's confirmed. You are Abishag. Yes, indeed you are Abishag. Huh? Show me your lovely face, Abishag. Ah, look at those thoughtful eyes and your vibrant spirituality. Your hairstyle and body are completely different, but no matter. The way you stand so devotedly, your teenage looks. Hey, can we deal with this guy? Wait. Because if this is when David fought Goliath, he was a teen when this happened, right? Wait. What age did David fight Goliath? Was he a youngin'? When he was a young boy. We just know that. No older than 15. So, if this is when he was summoned for that, then that's kind of okay, but at the same time, still a bit weird, you know? The whole thing with servants and ages is always a problem. You are without question Abishag. You must have manifested after you heard of my great feats. David, I keep trying to tell you. Senpai, please say something. David, you're like an old man. Huh? Is Tanner this girl's chosen love? Yes, that's how the story is written, and it will never change. What a disappointment. I know there is no lie in Tanner's words, so it must be true. How sad. So she is not Abishag. Damn. I thought for sure she was Abishag. King David, the man who never once questions his own thoughts and delusions. Yep, that's him for ya. Again, these comments are kinda crazy when you think about them. Please refrain from hitting on Mash, subtly or otherwise. Try to remember that Abishag was the beautiful young woman who served you in your later years. Mash is not her. Oh, but I disagree. The dead can exist in this world even without being resurrected. That miracle has already happened, you know. So it wouldn't be any surprise if Abishag were here too. Am I brazen to wish so? No. Don't you think I'm quite humble in that sense? Phew. King David's own successes led him to believe that with absolute conviction that this would continue forever. That's King David for you. If you materialized and race shifted without actual business, well, I ask that you come back. Honestly, race shifting isn't free. Activating it costs about one staff member's salary. But I do have business. Don't you always say we can't waste energy? Well, I agree on that front. So let's get a move on, Tanner. You're going somewhere? I thought you just came here to look at the mountainous landscape. That's partly true. My primary role was out on that vast ocean, if you recall. And that is why I wanted once again to see the world that you saved with my own eyes. So now that that wish has been granted, all I have to do now is my job as a servant. My business is in that wasteland. They're obviously enemies, so be careful. Enemies? Are they survivors from the Lion King's reign? Those aren't my enemies. If we're talking about enemies before I became king, well, there can only be one. A giant. It's the most famous story that he's known for. In fact, I'd say David and Goliath is more popular than anything else for David in the Bible. A giant? I'm fairly certain there's no creature in 13th century Jerusalem. Buddy, of course there is. It's the most famous story of him. Of course there is. That's why I'm here. What happened to the conversation about a temple? You're right. David was talking about constructing one. Obviously, building a temple is still on my mind, but I'm passing that up this time. Abishag's not here. There's no reason to play it cool without my audience. Okay, now I'm curious. What was on your mind when you were living and doing your stuff? Well, I'll give the glory of temple building to someone who's good at that sort of thing. I want to show off my abilities to Tanner by doing what I'm best at. People might think of giants as their own species, but that's not necessarily the case. Phantasmal giants, as opposed to the actual species themselves, are first and foremost a representation of savagery, a power to be feared. They are in more or less human form, yet not human. They're like gods, but not. Hey, I don't think you would refer to gods plural, but okay. Oh, okay, here we go. I was gonna say, hey, thank you for pulling it up. Oh, the term god I use here refers to deities of polytheism, not to the great and divine being I serve. The one thing I find interesting about fate is you have all these religions and they have to accept that other religions exist, but they just go, well, yeah, but I don't serve them, right? Like it's kind of a weird thing, because isn't the major tenet of like Christianity that there is nothing else, you know? A being that is not human but is human, and furthermore very powerful. A being that is savage, a being that defies. For example, oh, look over there. Yes, that's about right. Something like that. Magical energy response up ahead. Foo! Let me see, a large humanoid, a Spriggan? Those are only created through magecraft. Well, I guess we prepare for battle. Got it. Waiting for commands, Master. Now let's go giant hunting. It's been a while. See, because this was before they added the giant enemies in the first Lost Belt there, right? Was it first? No, second? Second Lost Belt. That's where we fought the giants. Now we have giant enemies. But I guess at this time they're like, Spriggan's close enough. If they were really funny, they would just take a take like Blackbeard's sprite and just like triple it in size. Sure, I guess that's a giant. All right. We'll start with. Oh, we can do like a double Noble Phantasm here. In fact, you will probably kill him instantly. So we'll do yours first then. Okay. So let's go. Pridewind Fetch. There we go. Again, which it should be fetish, but I wonder if it's a like they're worried about the fact that you have a character whose skill is called fetish, right? Was Apple on them for that? Maybe. Whenever there's a thing with like they can't use a word, it's always Apple, man. It's always Apple. Something about them. Apple is always just like, you know, blocking stuff from going up. You can do whatever you want on Android. They don't care. Well, that much. Oh, no. Getting it. CBT! CBT! I can't hear that phrase without thinking of that one Uno song with Miku. The one that you probably... There's things in it... Oh, wow. Okay, nice. There's things in that are a little problematic, right? Gotta keep using Noble Phantasm. But that song is really addicting. Now, one part with the whistling, if you know, you know. Because yeah. It's a really good song, but then you watch the music video and you're like, oh no. No, well. So here's the thing. I can say something is not to my taste, but like, I'm not saying like, we gotta kill the guy who did it or something, right? It's like, just whatever. I think it's important to be able to say, that's not for me. I'm not that audience, and that's all I gotta say. We got a Zerker. Go by attack. Actually, let's go by Bond up. We got some Bond guys. Sure, let's go with my good friend Red Muffler Man. That's Remy. Although well, it doesn't really matter. We can just attack with them anyways. Okay. Yeah, this should work. Battle completed. All of the Spriggans have been defeated. There was more than one. What an impoverished bunch of giants. I'd hope they carried treasure better than this. Heroic spirits who hunt dragons have it nice. Dragons are super rich and hoard a bunch of treasure. You can go ahead and ignore what the old man's saying, Tanner. Second wave is coming your way. Careful, there's more of them this time. Hey, don't call me an old man. That's rude. Call me Big Brother. Or even Gramps. Yeah, got it, Big Brother. That's what you want, then quit acting like an old man. Got it. I pride myself in looking young no matter how old I am. But you're right, there's a ton of them. It's like a giant army of giants. Could this be reenactment of some myth? Honestly, this feels a little staged. King David, does that ring a bell for you? You know the saying, there's a Jack for every Jill. That doesn't sound right. Tit for tat? To cut to the chase, they're all priced as fit. After all, I'm the giant killer. And that means the world would pretty much assemble a bunch of giant beings to greet me. These beings have come to defeat me, so I'm here to beat the crap out of them. Giants really love and are drawn to you. I know. It's really not a great connection to have, though. I like girls that are taller than me. Honestly, they're not my type. Coward shit. Buddy, if she can't pick you up and walk around with you like you are some toy poodle, you don't get it, man. You don't get it at all. Just play the sound clip 3 times in a way that they overlap. But they don't. They cut each other off. Multiple golems incoming. There seems to be more of them than last time. I suppose we don't have time to talk about my tastes. You know, I'm not really liking this arbitrary ambush either. They may be giants, but if they still had some intellect, I'd give them a talking to. Hey you have the right to reform yourself. Well, I'm bashing you with this rock. 4 times, mind you. I'm open to discussion. 1, 2, 3, 4. I see. Well, then you leave me with no choice. In service of a just cause, even the meek can slay a giant. Allow me to demonstrate with this small rock. Okay, so is David one of the most insufferable servants? I feel like it took a long time for them to learn how to write, like, and I hate to use the term, but like the sex pest servant in a way that at least makes you kind of laugh. But it's usually the way it makes you laugh is like I think about like, you know, like our boy Barty, right? He's a problem, but at the very least, he's kind of funny because they don't give him anything for that. Everyone is like, I hate you, die. And like that's really kind of funny that, you know, they don't give him the time of day. We're here because it's someone who, at least, you know, not only our staff members, but like other characters have a lot of respect for. They like can't do anything about it, right? Yeah. Like, we don't care if we get mad at Bartholomew Roberts. No one cares about him. But King David from the Bible? It's a little different. Alright. Just gonna double check. Let me see here. King David family. Because I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to get the relation here with some other sort of characters. Right, David's family tree. Thank you, Pinterest. Google is gonna think I've become very Catholic all of a sudden. Right? Just see here. So we have David had, oh my god. David had 10 concubines. Okay. Oh my god, this list is actually a problem. And yeah, okay, no, I shouldn't be looking at this. This is really scary. The amount of people. I'm sorry, I just see, okay, so never mind. David, and it says 10 concubines. That's like, whoa. I go down to Solomon, and I see, you know, Makeda, the Queen of Sheba, Nama, the Pharaoh's daughter, Blickis, Abishag, who was also there. Wait, was Abishag also up there? No, I don't think so. Okay, no. But then I see for Solomon 700 wives and 300 concubines. Oh my god. Those are like comedic numbers at that point. That's crazy. Okay. Okay. That makes them asking like, oh, hey, you know, hey, Romani, were you married? And he's like, oh, yeah, you know, I was, yeah. No worries there, right? That's really crazy. Just one left, and then... Alright. I love surf combat. Makes me think of the one guy in Dynasty Warriors who fights with a boat, which was just one of those things that just, the first time you see it, you sort of learn the truths of this world. On 3, use the Noble Phantasm. We just need like one more, and that's pretty much it. I mean, we still need to do a bunch of missions, but that's an easy one to do. I got this cinnamon latte, and it's kind of horrible. It's really bad. I'm only drinking it because I need my morning coffee, but it's really bad. I don't know how we got here, that we're just putting cinnamon in stuff and being like, yep, that's a cinnamon latte, I guess. It's awful, but alas, here we are. Okay, well, use up our last teapot of the day. Then we get, I think, 2 more in a couple hours, or 3 more in a couple hours. I think it's about time we got to the boss. Thanks to you, the singularity was corrected, so the land should have returned to its natural state. But somehow an army of giants has invaded, come to destroy this blessed land. And now, when considering who must be leading them... Goliath? Goliath? Whoa. Is that the right letter? Goliath, otherwise known as Goliath. Yeah, that's how most people say it. The giant soldier who fought against the Israelites. The battle between David and Goliath is a legend written in the book of Samuel, but you're currently in the third... Oh, I guess we are in the wrong century. Yeah, no, you know what? You're right. When he said there shouldn't be any giants in the 13th century, I kind of forgot about the fact that the Bible doesn't take place in the 13th century. Kind of forgot about that. No, you're right. You know what? You got me there, Roman, right? I am so bad with numbers. I just glossed over that. But you're in the 13th century, so that means he's probably not the real Goliath. Which is a weird way. Guys, I feel like most of the world knows him as Goliath. Can we just use the phrase that the rest of the world knows? If he was real, things would have been much worse. This is a reenactment of the legend. Must be symbolic in some way. And that's why I'm here. I'm here as the real, soon-to-be king of the unified kingdom of... Okay, I'm gonna be real. This is kind of a... I don't know if I want to be given sound bites for this. Which means the Goliath we should soon meet will probably be close to the real... He's here. See, it's the giant. Hold on, that's not really a giant. It's a giant... Okay, yeah, this is... You can tell how early this is. It's a giant ghost, and a demonic boar, and a dragon. Yeah, well, all three of them have AoE attacks, and you could make the case that each of them is a giant. That's all it takes to be considered a giant? Yeah, big things would do AoE attacks. Pretty much common sense in my world. I mean, you're not wrong. Oh, so that's why this king has skills and specialized in having skills to protect his allies. I thought he had those skills to protect his sheep. Huh? They're all the same. I mean, if you guide them properly. Stop. I don't want to hear another word. Phew. Please command us, Master. Get in battle position, Mash. Roger that. Commencing battle. Once more, this is just a very silly interlude. But I'm all here for it. Gives us time to learn more about our servants and remind myself that I don't really like David in this game. But I'm gonna be honest, I also don't think there's a single person I know who does. Like, I'm just thinking, and like, I don't think I've ever met someone who's... No, that's a lie. I do know one person who was a big fan of David in this, but not because they were David, but they were... and I've talked about them before, and it's just, I always come back to it because I find it so interesting. They are a Japanese fan artist for Fate stuff, and they do, like, you know, excellent work. I actually really like their art, but they are, like, actually, like, kind of a devout, you know, Catholic or Christian. I don't know which it would be in Japan, but and they wrote like some like comics which are like for Japanese audiences. So they translated them into English too. About, and I've talked about this before, but it's always fascinates me to go back to it, and it's literally like explaining about the Bible to Japanese Fate players and why, like, how you should not say the name of God, and like it's actually like really interesting to see, like, from something that I growing up was just kind of always around, but you know, for them, right, like they're kind of treating it as like it's a tutorial for something you might not know. I think it's super interesting, and they did comics with Martha and David as kind of the main characters explaining stuff. I mean, there was still like shenanigans with like David being his lecherous self there, and Martha being like, hey, you stop that, which is funny because like it's kind of in character but not. I think it's super. Oh, and they did one where it's like explaining the meaning of Christmas, right? Which I think it's really cool to see these characters used for that. It's such a unique sort of thing. I'd love to see that for more characters in Fate, right? Kind of, I love to see them more fully connecting with their histories and traditions from their life. I think it's a really cool way of just looking at Fate as a celebration of culture, right? Okay. Dragon Spirit. Oh, actually, no. You know what there was? Because that does remind me. There was art of servants, and the thing is, like, I actually can't tell if it was meant to be like kind of ironic or whatever. It was them for like Ramadan. Was it Ramadan? There was Ramadan, and I think there was Eid, right? And so again, just seeing servants who would celebrate these things doing it is really cool, actually, right? Like I like those. Those are fun. It's one of the reasons why, like, I love the FGO Memorial movie, is because in my eyes, just seeing it being about all of humanity, so inclusive, just makes me like want to cry, because it's not just a story. It's such a huge story, you know? When that one shot in the Memorial movie of all the soldiers across time, across countries, and like it's that one soldier flashing all the different versions of different soldiers, all falling, you know, kind of cut between each other. I think that shot is immaculate. One of my favorite animation shots of all time. It's so good, man. Anyways, we got to Bond 3, which means you're joining us permanently. At least you should be. Hope I don't get a weird glitch that is only on this mission or something. The dragon, demonic boar, and giant ghost have all been annihilated. End of battle. There's something missing to call this a reenactment of the myth, but I guess I completed my duties. Now the restoration of the sage will continue without incident. I'm beat. I want to go home and sleep. Yeah, I'll sleep like a log today. What did you do you watched? I think I'll warm my feet while I listen to Mary's relaxing playlist and have myself a nice, peaceful sleep. I've considered making one of those, like, things to fall asleep to sort of things that a lot of people do. But at the same time, I feel like I'm not excitable enough that it needs to be done. Like, it's usually people who are a bit more hyperactive in their content. That's not me. Also, I don't think I have a voice people fall asleep to. I don't think I'm that relaxing. I'm not hyper, but I'm like, I feel like I'm the definition of neutral, you know? Also, I'm not an anime girl. Good idea. Now shift us back, Doctor. I'll put my plans to build a temple off till next time. My goal is to show off my cool side here today. The giant killer David fighting as a heroic spirit rather than a king. It makes a good memory for you. Well, that's enough for me. King David? Oh, nothing. Can't believe I let something like that slip out. Will he have a second interlude, I wonder? I could see him getting one. I could see them giving him one that's, actually fighting a giant. And since we went through that with you before, I was compelled to ask this question. David, did you know from the beginning? I don't know. That race shift trip was so long ago. I don't really remember, but I'll answer your question, Abhishek. No, I don't know. Honestly, I had no way of seeing it. I may have figured out the... Oh, wait! Oh, shoot, okay, this is interesting. Because he did say old man, right? I may have figured out the identity of the King of Mages, but nothing beyond that. When I saw him from afar in Caldia, I thought to myself, that man has absolutely no freedom. Couldn't put my finger on what it was exactly, but I could tell from his expression. But he was different from my recollection of the man without freedom. The way he lacked it. He had chosen out of his own free will to give it up. So I chose not to think about it. I didn't intervene. That was all. As David spoke, I could see the sadness in his smile, but also pride. The way David acted toward Roman, the straightforward approach, so much so that some might call it cold, that was the best and only way he could honestly, sincerely communicate as the man he was. Yes, and that's why I think I'm so glad that I did not notice anything behind their petty banter. The great ancient kings, they may not ever have demonstrated any connection, but that they had one was beyond question. Wow, that was actually kind of a nice... Like, it was a... So the rest of that was kind of whatever. But that little moment there, and okay, wait, I do actually like this interlude. I think I do. I think the way they did it, because, like, even I was thinking, like, when I hear about, old man and the way they're kind of talking to each other, I'm like, oh, you can sort of see the connection. And then the fact that it actually pointed out, like, yeah, that was the point. It was a nothing burger mission, but you were meant to pick up the subtext. I actually think that's pretty smart. Also, hi, Mordred.
遊びに来たぜ。あ、父上には内緒な。このボードをこっそり持ってきちまったんだ。
All right, officially joined. Thank you, thank you. And coins. Oh, that was Japanese text. Oh, can't play this. Banned. Banned on the App Store. Japanese text is illegal. Okay. Let's see. David is a king, used to being served, but as a former shepherd and harp player, he's used to serving others. He's an honest servant who's easy to go along with, but can be weak around women, so watch out. Yo, same. I get it. All right. Yeah, I actually liked how that went. Huh. I thought that was gonna kind of be a whatever, but it ended up being kind of cool. I think we have one in Babylonia. Whose was in Babylonia? That's the last one we have for this map here. Who's here? I don't even remember. Oh, sure. Fire and alcohol and Oni. Oh my. All right. Oh, it's bad. Well, we'll throw it to the back then. We'll go. Let's do you and you. Ooh, let's do like a retro throwback. Let's be kind of different. Something we haven't done for a long time. Yeah. Time for a throwback, right? It's been so long since we've done this. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a toss. Why not? All right. What a funny moveset that I kind of stopped doing after a while. Banana time. We've arrived. Race shift successful. Actually, why race shift to this era now? Even if the singularity has been resolved, it's still a handful to prove your existence in that era. Yes, I understand that. Especially now, when we need to rest as much as we can before the decisive battle against the King of Mages. I also wanted Master to get some rest back in Chaldea, but... well, it's hard to say no to Ibaraki. This banana just keeps appearing. Rest? Like I'd let you rest. Cry? Cry while you tell me what a terrifying Oni I am. People should cry in terror every time they see an Oni like me. There's no peace or rest when I'm around. But now that I think of it, if I were you, every encounter I had with Shootin would only end up with memories of bitterness and agony. The way she shoves her fingers into my body and twists them around. Yeah. I see. Yep, I think that'll... Never mind, what are you saying there? Anyway, the point is, Shootin is amazing. Her cruelty and evil are beyond any regular Oni, and I need to follow that example. Well, do it in moderation. So, Ibaraki, why'd you want to come here? It's not just to stop Master from resting, is it? No, there's somewhere I want to go. We've got a lot of walking to do. Hope you have your hiking shoes on. Actually, doesn't matter. If you get tired or slow me down, I'll just drag you along. And then you'll scream and cry and tell me how cruel and awful I am. Just watch and be amazed. It's really not a safe place for a stroll, so why do you want to go there? Something smells. I can't leave it be. Smells? You'll see when we get there. I'll take the lead. Follow me. Ibaraki's hyped up. Let's just follow her, Master. Maybe she found a chocolate fountain. As if there's no such thing, right? Right? Actually, Aruk has a secret candy tree orchard. Oh, she's going crazy. Where is it? Tell me. We're going to stop by it on our way. Even if it's not on our way, we will go. Just thinking about sweets makes my mouth water. Those are good. Such flavors are not possible within the Oni realm. And even I know how preciously rare they are. I know that I mustn't have more than one per day. But if candy grows on trees, it'll never run out, and I can eat as much as I want. Master, yes, you've given me the best news of my life. Candy, unlimited candy. I'm just joking. Oh, she's so mad. You monster. Oh, my banana cannot be this silly. I say to the doctor as he looks at me with worry in his eyes. This is kind of homey. Reminds me of Mount Oe. Everything in these forests is evil. And obviously I'd be the boss of all this. Not a lot of things out there as evil as a blood-crazed Oni. I'm just gonna say again that I never expected we'd come across an actual Oni. I wasn't even sure we'd be able to communicate properly. Not least because of how incredibly violent you were in Rashomon, the event we didn't look at yet, the first time we ran into you. But since your madness enhancement seems to be mixed with your Oni nature, you seem to be one of those berserkers that can converse normally. I'm glad we were able to get along, unexpected as that was. An Oni getting along with humans? Cut the nonsense, Omnyoji. I am an Oni. That's a human. There's no getting along for us. This human is... yeah, totally terrified of me. The only relationship we have is that between a frightening tyrant and a whimpering, terrified kid. It's so cute when she tries to be scary. Oh yeah, terrifying, truly. I'm looking at my phone. Yes, I knew it. Of course it is. That dull, warm gaze and your dumb face twitching and terrified half smile is all the proof I need. And Omnyoji, just because I'm an Oni doesn't mean you can look at me like I'm a circus freak. I'll eat you. I'm not an Omnyoji. We're called doctors, and, well, sorry. I see now that I was being insensitive. I'm sorry I upset you, Ibaraki. Whatever. So are Oni that rare in this era? We went to Mount Oe back in the day, there were tons around. Well, you mentioned that mountain earlier. Is that your homeland, Ibaraki Doji? Homeland? Well, guess you could call it that. What kind of place was it? You said it was similar to here. It's a mountain where the Oni I led gathered. We even built a palace there. An Oni palace? Sounds incredible. Without that, the Oni would be no different than mere beasts. I won't tell them to live like humans, but we need our pride. That's why we need food, clothes, and shelter. I guess thinking like that is what made me stand out from all the other Oni. But that's my problem. My time spent as an Oni was glorious. I led mighty Oni troops and we rampaged through the capital in the Heian period. There was Kuma Doji, Torikuma Doji, Hoshiguma, Kanekuma, and my bestest #1 companion and loving blood sister, Shutin. We raided and pillaged human cities all the time. When we were done, we went back to the mountain to rest. And when we wanted more, we took it. Just thinking of all the fun we had makes my heart race. I see. Your story is disturbing, but it sounds like you were happy. You rounded up a bunch of freewheeling Oni and made them into a gang. Oni are powerful, but alone they can be killed by a group of humans. That's why you decided to band together. Yep. No mean feat. You had the gift of foresight. Might even have been wasted on an Oni, really. Not really. I just acted according to my mother's teachings. The only one who kept to her own principles, lived in luxury and ruled as an evil, cruel Oni was Shutin. Shutin Doji. She certainly is extraordinary. Honestly, calling her an Oni might be selling her short. Huh? Speaking of which, where is she? She's not with you this time? No need. I don't want to bother her with this. This way. Let's get this over before she wakes up. Oh, okay. Let's go, Master. Maybe it's my imagination, but I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this. All right, we're in this place. What is that? What's that? It reads almost like a servant? No, is it some sort of remnant? Huh, that scent. I smell it. Is it you? You smell of Oni, female warrior. Wait, is this Ushigozen? My current form limits my ability to detect things a bit, but I'm sure you know very well yourself. There was supposedly a heroic spirit who was summoned to this land and later defeated. Oh no, it was Tomoe, right? Because Tomoe was supposed to be summoned here, right? Judging from the state of the battlefield, I'd say there were flames, yep. Flames like mine. With flames intense enough to scorch your own body, you incinerated the enemies around you. I see that kind of intensity and desire. Am I wrong? A female warrior who died in Uruk? We did not meet her. But I have some information on her. A servant named Tomoe Gozen sacrificed herself to defeat the demonic beast's commander, Gurtabilulu. So that means those are her charred remains. Of course they are. I'm sure you know, but we Oni are the epitome of sloppy. Are you saying Tomoe Gozen was an Oni? Based on her scent, not exactly. Maybe she was descended from Oni, though I'm sure she has a more direct lineage than that Fuma kid. She has no sense or will, just mindless violence. Or perhaps she absorbed some of the power from that, Gerta waffle? Whatever. Maybe that's why she's losing control. Not that I can blame her for losing her mind after being incinerated along with her enemy. What? These are not the ones to talk about, but okay, tastiest enemy ever. In name only, it certainly doesn't smell delicious. That thing's just an imitation Oni, a writhing, burnt husk. Ibaraki Doji, you knew about this? No, just want to get rid of the source of its stench before Shootin noticed it. There was no way for me to recognize the smell. Get rid of it? If Tomoe Gozen is descended from Oni, don't you feel some kind of kinship with her? Maybe if it was the real thing, but that's just a remnant. Looks like there's other stuff mixed in too. No need to question its existence. Human, what would you do in my place? If the mostly dead remains that smell of your kind were mixed with other unknown things, and all they did was writhe around and lash out violently, what would you do? Well, yeah, I've seen this movie. I know how it ends. I see. When you put it that way, Ibaraki's approach seems understandable. I obviously do not know what an Oni scent. Well, I know it's something we just can't leave here. Even if she was a great servant who stopped the invasion of the demonic front, and we are indebted to her, all this remnant does is pose a danger to an era about to be restored. Berserker noise. Oh no, looks like it got your attention. She doesn't seem friendly at all. So you noticed my scent. Gonna try and eat me and make me a part of you, eh? Well, as a proper Oni, let me tell you, you're pitiful, pathetic, wretched. Know your place. I'm the one who's gonna eat you. My name is Ibaraki Doji. I'm the leader of the Oni of Mount Oe, the one who drowned the Heian capital in blood and terror. I always find it interesting where, like, I always, ever since I played from the beginning, I've always associated Tomoe Gozen as existing because by the time I played the game, like, she already basically existed. And so, like, I never got to see the hints at her going forward, right? Which, I mean, I guess it's the same thing where, there's hints of her husband and now he exists in, Samurai Remnant there. Ooh, game. Let's get going a bit better. Okay, so we're gonna start with blue up. Blue up, please. Dang it. Okay, well, that's not great, but we should be fine. This. And I'm gonna pop. Oh, you know what? Let's just do a regular one and see if we get enough from that. Well, we can do this though. Because then 3 turns of blue up at least. Right, and then more blue. And then next turn we can see about doing anything else to get you some more and get the more gain. Alright. Hope the game doesn't crash on me like it seems to do sometimes. Alright, let's see. Got some big gain. 64, not bad, not bad. Okay. Got 2 here. This one's not going to be great for the regen, so we'll give that and that. And we got those 2 for next time, too. All right.
私を悪魔と言ったその通りよ原始の地獄に帰りなさい究極女神フィーブ
Good stuff. We continue on to the last one. We get remnants of Tomoe Gozen. That's what it is. All right, we got 50-some%. That should be enough there. We can give blue up for you also to get gather up. It's only 20-some%. We can go 1, 2, 3 because then we get the attack up on you. Sure, we'll do as much as we can.
それはいつか来る兆しの星誰に呼ばれるまでもなくあなたは星をかざすでしょうアラウンドカリバーン
Alright, let's see how much we do. I mean, even if we don't kill, we'll just do a couple hits and we'll be good.
始まりの領域花開く命の音すべてひとときの夢のようなレディーシブラクエーサーそこから私は善と悪が合体
Good
した
stuff.
究極の私
There goes Tomoe Gozen. Never to be summonable or anything. Just how it is. Okay, we're almost to Bond 5. Okay. I keep drinking this horrible coffee. Ibaraki. Yes, you returned. How wonderful. Please, laugh at me. I'm lower than an Oni. I couldn't acknowledge you. I stomped all over Gertabliu's heart. He said I was beautiful, but I told him that it was impossible. Impossible for an Oni to understand humans. Huh. Red response completely gone. Good work. What the hell? Did she know me? Never mind. I knew it. It was neither fun nor delicious. I'm just glad that it didn't cause trouble for shooting. Master, look how sad she looks. She's just standing there staring at the spot where the enemy fell. Oh, she was talking about her comrades. You're right. She talks big, but they were both Oni. She probably has a lot on her mind. If only you were more than a remnant. If you are truly descended from an Oni, come to Mount Oe. I'm the leader of the Oni. I will not refuse you. Maybe if I feel like it, I'd share a human liver with you. No, I wouldn't like that, but I'd share wonderful foreign sweets or 2 with you. Yeah, I mean, she does later join Caldia, so I'm sure you can. All right. Was that a one and done? I don't remember. No, there's one more. Got ourselves... Ooh, that'd be good for that. Or I could just do my... Just because if we want to get stuff up there. Right, yeah, just keep doing you, because then bam, 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 you get big ups. All right. Let's see what we're dealing with. Who knew there'd still be irregularities in an era, even after we fix a singularity? Maybe it's because of the concentration of magical energy in a rook. But no matter what, you managed to take care of it. Come back with your heads held high. No. Huh? I said no, Amnyoji. I'm a doctor, not an Amnyoji. Never mind that. Are you saying you're not coming back yet? Indeed. There are other places to go. Accompany me, master. Refuse and I'll drag you. The poison of selfishness, something. Poison? No thanks. You know, though, Shootin would even drink a poison alcohol if it involves that man. Asuka on the moon? Well, I guess you did lead with your nose? That helped us out. There's another place you need to go. I'm sure you have your reasons. I'd rather not think about it, but I can't guarantee there isn't another remnant like before. Are we going after, like, Amakusa? Yes. Even with the singularity resolved, we do not know for sure what would happen if we left it alone. Besides, Ibaraki has always been kind of charming, even cute. Like when she butts heads with Raiko and Kintoki, or when she's getting bullied by Shuten, or when she's eating sweets. But back there, when she acted like a proper leader of the Oni, well, I was impressed. Seeing that really cast her in a new light. I think I want to see more of this side of her, or something like that. Right. Hey, what are you two babbling about? If we're going, let's get a move on. Wow. I'm not sure if this is from correcting the singularity or whether this is all thanks to the survivors, but the city is very lively now. Not quite so much as when you first arrived, but it is still very impressive. Glad to hear it. So is your next destination somewhere around here? Yes, but we need to walk a bit more. Still. What a lively city. If Shuten were here, she'd be thrilled. Yes, Uruk is King Gilgamesh's city. I'm sure it's rowdy in a lot of ways. Right, being lively and bountiful is good. That makes the pillaging more fun. Ibaraki? I'm kidding. This isn't the Heian capital where I run amok. Besides, I don't have Shuten nor my minions. I mean, she would run amok if they were here. Anyway, I see that you really do have strong feelings for Shuten. You mention her frequently. I can tell you're always mindful of her. Shuten and I spent a lot of time together, like siblings. Among all the Oni on Mount Oe, she was the only one I saw as an equal, not an underling. And not just in terms of rank, I have a lot of respect for the way she lived her life. Would you listen to my story in all seriousness? In many of the stories about Oni, Shuten Doji is said to have been the leader of the Oni on Mount Oe. And there's a reason for that. Shuten was flashier, stronger, and more dangerous than all the rest of us. Even when we attacked the capital, she was the one who stood out. She seeks pleasure, after all. She lived to drink, pillage, kill, eat. Just watching her was fascinating. For humans, I'm sure watching her was utterly terrifying. Anyway, we're almost there. This way. Yes, but how come we're going through so many alleyways? Oh, we're in front of the ziggurat. I can't believe this. The sacred temple watches over Uruk. There's no way a ghost would be lurking around here. Shut up. I smell something. This way. It's hard for me to believe that a threat will be hiding under his watchful eye in his kingdom. You guys have got it all wrong. What I'm looking for is the Treasury. What? Don't make me say shut up again. I'll rip your throat out. I thought this was just more what we talked about earlier. Like some sense of duty as a leader of the Oni to clean up Oni remnants or something like that. Isn't this exactly the sort of thing the leader of Oni should do? Oni loot and pillage. But you just said you wouldn't attack this city. Not this city itself, obviously. Wouldn't be able to do that on my own. But I never said I wouldn't steal some treasure. Besides, I want to bring a souvenir back for Shuten. We're talking about the King's Treasury, so I'm sure there's some incredible stuff here that outshines whatever's in the Heian capital. Wine Shuten would enjoy, a hairpin that would look good on her, a kimono that would accentuate her beauty. Don't think kimonos were invented yet. And this is a grand treasure vault. Some super delicious sweets that I've never even imagined must be stored here as well. Those are totally a gift for Shuten. I just need to taste test them in case they're poison. Yeah. I wonder if I can carry them all out. I thought I smelled something unusual, so I came to see for myself. What a bunch of bold thieves. I knew it. He's here. But that's right, Doctor. King Gilgamesh is... Who's that? Are you a human or a ghost? A servant? Fool. This is my city, my castle, and my treasury. Whether I am on my throne or in the underworld, of course I would come to see the mongrels who dare attempt to rob it. It would be far stranger if I did not. We shouldn't think too much of this guy. Anyway, allow us to explain ourselves, King of Heroes. There's a good Silence! You have nothing to say that I need to hear. You all need to learn your place. Although, I did see what you did with Tomoe. Because of that, I will excuse some of your behavior. You may wander my city. You may sneak into my palace. But I will not show an ounce of mercy to those who dare to raid my treasury. This is beyond disrespectful. This is treason, anarchy. You will learn what it is to earn my wrath. A golden man. Ugh, so garish. He's so intense. That's no ordinary man. Well, he does seem kind of familiar. Or, well, makes me a little fidgety. It's just sort of weird discomfort. Like when I need to sit down in front of Mother because I'm in for a scolding. Oh, I guess King Gil summoned Banana? Did he? I don't remember that. I have not forgotten. Oh, right. Oh, right. No, right, you did. I have not forgotten your desertion in face of the enemy. That also is not excused by your good deed in ending Tomoe Gozen. You may not technically be the one I summoned, but you shall take her punishment regardless. I don't know what you're talking about. I feel like I do, but I don't. Just like Caldia's master, what you know or don't know doesn't matter. I shall be the judge, jury, and executioner for your crimes in trying to steal from my treasury. Brace yourselves, fools. If you want to live, fight with all your power, or suffer my wrath. This is no good. Let's hang in there the best we can, master. Yeah, check this out. Use Smishstar, and we win. It's gonna be that easy, baby. Can I see 1-on-1? Show me 1-on-1. Yeah, 1-of-1! I love it when it's 1-of-1. What? Wait. He's gonna change class, isn't he? Son of a gun, he's probably gonna absolutely change class after this. Okay? I mean, it doesn't matter for what we're doing, but... Let's... Because it's only the one, so we'll save these then for now. Give you these instead. Give yourself as much back as you can. Okay. First hit. Will we break in one? I think we should. With how much damage we do, I think we should. Oh, maybe not. That's okay though, because now we can go. Gauge up for extra, and this, you can get yours. We'll also then give gauge up, just about, so then we'll finish it up with this. And then we can go 1, 2, 3. We'll get back some more, and then next time we have 1 extra, and we should be good. Maybe? We'll see. This will definitely do a break, though, because of how many buffs we put on. And with that attack up, and yeah, we should be good for the break gauge. Show me big numbers! I don't think it is, actually. Oh, it will be here. And we got up to 90%, heck yeah. And now he's gonna be Archer, yeah, okay. Whoa, oh, game? No! I have to do the animations again! Why does it keep doing this? It can't handle it. I hate it. And yes, I've tried other emulator things. They don't work as well. Go back to my old videos and you'll see that it causes popping noises for some reason. It's like, I've tried others. It's our only choice. I mean, at the end of the day, this is just, it's like, this is slightly annoying, which is, I mean, that's fine. I'd rather be just slightly annoying than anything else. I wonder if now that we've attacked, will it skip to the end? Let's see. I don't know, when does it connect? Is it only after the enemy does stuff? I think it's usually only after it's your set of cards there. Let's see. We're gonna have to probably see that all again. Come on. Come on, you knocked. Resume. It does seem to be on attacks that summon a bunch of things, you know, or skills where a bunch of stuff comes out. That I feel like that's usually what it is that causes the game to have an oopsie whoopsie fucko boingo, you know? Alright, yeah, so we're back here still. Okay, that's fine. We'll just do this again, and we'll be good to go. After this, we get to see it one more time. Okay. At the end of the day, you know, they don't put in the skip animation things for this, which means you just gotta watch it. And I think they specifically do it for the purpose of it lowers the quality, it lowers the opinion of the game to just have skips and auto battles. I mean, would it be nice to have skips and auto battles? Absolutely. But it also then shows, you know, hey, the person playing this doesn't want to be playing this a bit, which I kind of understand then why they wouldn't show it off as much, you know? Because then it's like, well, this person doesn't want to be playing, you know? I think I should do a full attack with you instead, and then we can do Round of Babylon next time there. So we can do some extra. Increase gauge, we don't need that. We can go 1, 2, 3. Okay. More damage. Okay. And you'll get enough for another super, and we'll be good to go. It's one of these battles that I wonder if, like, was this one that was hard when people first played it? Or, you know, is that not the case? There we go. A lot of treasure he dropped. Almost like that's what we were going for. I kind of like this being a little sequel interlude too, you know? Just being like a, hey, let's check in on a rook after, and it's like canon and kind of dealing with one of the loose ends, which was the servants that were summoned at first, you know? I'm just warming up. I shall even put on my armor for you. Burn my regal, glorious presence into your minds. Why, this is why I hate golden guys. They're flashy, blinding, and they just piss me off. You do know that your main color is gold, right? It is in good taste. Mother picked it out. It doesn't just sparkle all the time like that thing. Yeah, I'd say this is more yellow. You're quite tenacious for a mongrel. As a reward for your spirit, I will call it a day. Rejoice! I shall show you the contents of the treasury that you so coveted. Gate of Babylon! This is the end. I have no other choice. Ibaraki Doji, why are you coming me in mess? Just jumped with us. We're up really high. Close your mouth tighter, you bite your tongue. It's no use. Even though Ibaraki Doji could jump over the gate of Rashomon, a point-blank hit there would be fatal. There's no attack? Could this be Ibaraki Doji's disengage skill that lets her avoid or flee from enemy attacks? A legend where she was the only one who managed to flee from Raiko's 4 Oni Slayers. The legend of her escaping even after Watanabe no Suna took off her arm is... Shut up, Amyoji! How dare you mention that hateful Minamoto? It's making me want to kill. I agree, there's no time to be chatting. Doctor, please prepare for ray shift. Mongrel. Shall we go? Siduri! Shall we go after them, King Gilgamesh? Okay, so I just saw a thing where it's like, hey, remember when they just casually revealed that Siduri was alive in the one thing? Well, here she is, right? So she wasn't. It wasn't random. It was meant to be after this. No, leave them be. She's only doing what is in her nature, never pursuing dignity or honor. She wouldn't hesitate to turn her back on all that mattered if it meant she would survive. How ugly, how pitiful, how beautiful that is. I remember now. That's why I gave up on her. There was no point forcing her to be my dog. A beast will live and die as a beast. That is all it can do. Yes, but what about the crime of attempting to loot the king's treasury? Shall that be overlooked? I told you, no more than a beast. She was simply drawn to the scent of my treasure as a wild dog to meat. No more than a stray lurking near the front door. There's no need to chase such a creature to its lair for the kill. Of course, should she return, I won't hesitate to crush her. I'm so bored. Ibaraki, welcome back. Where have you been? I'm sorry, Shuden. I meant to bring back a souvenir for you, but I couldn't. Well, I don't even know where you've been. Don't worry about it. But more importantly, I was bored because you left me alone. My sweetie wasn't here, and when I tried to pick on the brat, he ran away as usual. And Raiko didn't even come and try to take my head off. If you're talking about a souvenir, you coming back here is the best present, Ibaraki. I sense some large battle about to begin. The best way to lighten the mood is drinking. Well, I drink all the time, but keep me company, Ibaraki. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Of course. So, where were you all this time? I may not have a souvenir, but I have stories to tell. Listen to all my glorious feats. I did what only a true Oni could ever do. Master cried like a baby. The people trembled in fear in the hundreds, no thousands. I smell an unfamiliar Oni on you. Don't tell me you abandoned poor lonely Shuden to go have fun with another Oni. How could you? I'm going to cry. No, absolutely not. It's not what you think. Listen, Shuden, I can explain. Sob. Shootin'! Ibaraki is truly the best entertainment to go along with my alcohol. I never get tired of her. All right. No, that was I would say I enjoyed both of these interludes. I was worried because since I've been clearing some of the map ones to, again, just get them off my frickin' the little notification buttons, I've been kind of like, man, some of these early ones are rough. But these ones, these two, would I say, I mean, they're a bit newer, but they're good. I would say they are good. Her wish for the Grail to see Shuden smile without a single hint of sorrow, hesitation, or worry for her sworn brethren. That is the reason behind all Ibaraki does. Even when fighting against Abe no Seimei, Minamoto no Raiko, or Raiko's for retainers, Ibaraki seeks that one smile. When are you being added? I'm still waiting for the day we get to see Abe no Seimei. Still waiting. All right, well, that said, you know, I got to still do a little bit of grinding with our new servant here, but for the most part, we have most of these. We get some Hellfire, we got some QP, we got some Foos, we got some Saint Quartz, we got some money. Thank you. Disaster Prevention Day. Is that real? Is that a real thing? I've never heard of that before. Oh, and more of these, which I'm holding on to for servants in the future, because there's ones I want to use them on, so... Lore and 5 footprints. Very nice. Alright. Yeah, because I just need to do 10 more and get them to 5, which is easy enough to do. I can work on that just as I grind this event, because I'm still trying to get every item from that. So, thank you all for watching, guys. We'll see you next time for some more FGO, when, again, it'll be, probably Grailfront, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Thank you all for watching, guys. Ciao. Yo.